Hi, this is Professor CC19, and today I'm reviewing our progress and accomplishments in the first world of Candy Crush Saga. If you'll remember, we just finished level 80, which is the final level in this world. I thought it'd be a good idea to come back and see what we've done so far. I'll also be announcing some of my favorite and least favorite levels in this world. Candy Crush Saga began way back down in Candy Town, which introduced us to some of the basic elements of the game, like moves, candies, points, special candies, and special candy combos. The first 5 levels were all moves levels, but then we were introduced to jelly levels at level 6, where we needed to clear a specific translucent material from squares on the board. It was only 1 layer thick up until level 19, where it was 2 layers thick. Level 7 had jelly covering most of the board, Level 9 had it in small notches, and Level 10 was our first hard level due to some of the gaps in the board, but it wasn't that difficult. Then Candy Factory introduced us to ingredients levels, where we need to bring special cherries and hazelnuts, ingredients to whatever the game is making, whatever the game is trying to bake, that involves cherries and hazelnuts. We need to bring them to a special indicated area on the board, indicated by a green arrow. Level 14 posed a bit of difficulty because of the isolated sections of the board and the fact that we have 6 colors. But on the contrast to that, we have 4 colors, only orange, green, blue, and purple for level 15, the first 4-colored level. Level 18 is very memorable, especially to me, because recently it was completely redesigned. It used to be a jelly level introducing us to double jelly, but now it's a timed level. And I have walkthrough videos for both versions of the level. The new version has a separate video. The old version is a part of my 3-level combo, level 16, 17, and 18, covered in one video. Then we moved up to Lemonade Lake. I personally love Lemonade. And this was a pretty fun episode because we had the very first 3-colored level in the game. Level 31, which had only orange, green, and blue, which meant that even though we had a smaller space, cascading was very likely to happen. If you saw my walkthrough video for level 31, the board didn't exactly go my way. I was able to beat the level easily, but cascading didn't occur as much as it usually does. If you've played that level, you'll know that sometimes it takes several minutes for the level to end. But the one bad thing about Lemonade Lake is that we were introduced to blockers. If I highlight level 21, you'll see them, the white squares on the board, which are frosting. Some people call it icing, some people call it meringue, but either way, we need to clear it out because it is covering the jelly that we need to clear in order to complete the level. So we need to make any move next to the frosting in order for it to go away. We had a hard level at level 29 because of the massive amount of jelly that we needed to clear out. We had a large number of moves, though. That was helpful. Then we moved on to episode number 4, Chocolate Mountains. My mother would love that episode. She loves chocolate. This episode introduced us to a more tenacious blocker, the Licorice Lock. It covers a normal candy, like a black X, that's what it looks like, and we need to match that color underneath the X with 2 candies of the same color in order for the X to go away, and that be a candy we can normally switch. This episode used to have 4 hard levels, levels 37, 40, 43, and 50, but they're all not rated as hard anymore. I think that levels 50 and 43 should still be, though. Level 50 is where I first used a booster in the game to show you how to beat it. Not that I actually needed to, but it absolutely helps you in the game. It gives you a good boost to start out with. And level 43, a color bomb booster helps also because we have a fairly restricted board, and we have 50,000 points, which is more points than we've ever required to collect in a timed level up to that point. Then we were introduced to one of the most hated blockers in the entire game, the Chocolate Square, in the episode Minty Meadow. I know, Chocolate Mountains introduces licorice and Minty Meadow introduces chocolate. Sounds kind of strange. But in level 51, we were introduced to the chocolate, which if we don't clear at least 1 on a move, it will respawn over another square on the board, and we will have to clear it out again before getting to the jelly underneath. This level featured 2 hard levels, levels 5-6 and 6-5, because of the chocolate and licorice combined, 2 of the more tougher blockers introduced. Then finally we moved on to the Easter Bunny Hills episode, which is kind of nice because I remember playing this episode in the Easter season for the Easter week and specifically Easter Sunday, where I was playing level 70. This level, or this episode, introduced us to portals at level 66, which meant if we make a move underneath the pink portals, everything will drop through the blue, come out through the pink, so the board will repopulate on one side, and candy will only spawn from one specific area. We had 2 hard levels here, levels 76 and 77. 77, according to Candy Crush Wikia, is the hardest level in the first world due to the fact that we have chocolate that will consume the isolated area that we have, and since it is covered with jelly, that is a major problem for us because that means it's no longer populated with candy. Level 70 used to be a hard level. It still kind of is, and going back into the walkthrough videos, when I watched level 70, when I posted it, I noticed that there was a glitch that occurred that I didn't even notice when I was originally posting the level. If you look closely at 3 minutes and 56 seconds into the video, I have a striped candy go from the left side of the board at the bottom through the portal onto the right side and disappear. The yellow horizontal striped candy did not detonate because it did not line up with the other yellows as far as I saw, but looking closely you see it just disappears and has no effect. Luckily I was still able to complete that level anyway. Now for the time to announce my favorite level. My favorite level in this world, we have to go down to see, it is level 16. Level 16 I mentioned in the walkthrough video for it. I said it was a very fun level and I was looking forward to showing it to you. It has a board where things fall into place from the very start. It's 4 colors. We get a lot of points when we complete it. And this is my personal favorite for the very first world. Watch. Things fall into place from the very start, give us some points. It's fairly easy to complete. Here we go, cascading. Now we move over here and do some damage to the side. Color bombs will give us a ton of points, so I'm going to match it with purple right away. See, 405,000 points, very easy there. Then we just play cleanup with whatever's left. Take out all blue. And we only have 3 jellies left now. There's one here and one here. There goes 2. So in only 6-7 moves, I was able to beat this level. Fairly easy, cascading is amazing. That's why I love this level so much. Some of the other contenders for my favorite level were level 55, which is very similar to this, only we have to collect an ingredient. We have some blockers on the board and only 15 moves. That's probably the only reason that was not my favorite level. If we had to collect a few more ingredients and we had more moves, that meant that we could have gotten more cascading opportunities. I probably would have liked that better. Now, for the other hand, my least favorite level in this episode. I'm not going to play this level because I'm likely not to beat it on my first try, and I've already done the walkthrough for it. But my least favorite level in this world is level 50. Level 50. I used a booster in order to complete it. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, I used a color bomb. Only to get a boost. I could beat it without it, but it is a pretty challenging level because of the licorice in the center, amongst the gaps in the board, 6 colors. Not the highest scoring level either. I don't find it very fun. I also don't really like level 43 because of the constricted board. Or level 70 as before because it is a hard level and the chocolate can really hurt us on the right side of the board. So, leave something in the comment section below letting me know what is your favorite level in this world. And soon to be, we are going to be moving on to the second world. I'm going to show you what is going to be in store for us. Bubblegum Bridge, Salty Canyon, Peppermint Palace, Wafer Wharf, Gingerbread Glade, and the Pastille Pyramid. Those are the episodes in World 2. And as you can see, as I'm going on this, we're going to be introduced to a new level type in Wafer Wharf. It's going to be very fun. I thank you for watching the very first world, my first 80 walkthrough videos. It's kind of a milestone for me because I really didn't expect to make it that far, but I'm dedicated to this now. If you found any of my videos helpful to you and you'd like to see more, please subscribe. And as always, thanks so much for watching.